This one simple thing could save so many marriages. If both husband and wife would do this one simple thing, it would save probably some of the worst marriages in the world today. Do you know what that one thing is? That one thing is turn in to the marriage. Don't ever turn out. If you're arguing or if you're fighting, if it's about finances, if it's about relationships, if it's about health or fitness or just whatever it is, turn in to your marriage. Don't turn out. Don't turn to the world. Don't turn to other people. Don't gossip about your spouse. Turn inward. Because when you turn inward, even if you're angry, even if you're mad, whatever it is, whatever they did, whatever you did, doesn't matter. Because if you turn inward, you have an inward focused mindset of, okay, we're gonna fix this. Instead of me turning to my girlfriends or my guy friends, instead of me turning to my parents or co-workers or neighbors, I'm going to turn inward and I'm going to fix this. I'm annoyed at them. You may be ticked off at them. You may be so angry at them. But if you have the mindset of turning in, and if they have the mindset of turning in, sure, you might be angry. You need to go for a walk. You need to cool off. You need to think about it. But you never turn to the world. You never turn to other people to solve your problems. You don't turn to materialistic things to solve your problem. If we turn in, if we lean into our relationship and they're leaning in, it's going to create a tent. So if this is you, if you lean in and they lean in, it's going to create a tent. And you both will be protected. If they lean out while you're leaning in, you're going to fall down. If you're leaning out while they're leaning in, they're going to fall down. Both husband and wife need to lean in to create a tent to protect their marriage. And I think that if people would actually do this, husbands and wives, and I think if this was actually taught, like if this was something that was actually practiced and promoted within the world, I think families would be forever changed. Because when you have an inward focused marriage, the outside world can't sway your decisions. Right now, if you ask most young kids, teens, young adults with morals, if you ask them how's dating, how's life now, they will tell you it is horrible. They will say as soon as things get hard, they just break up and move on to someone else. Because of my social media presence, I am all over the place. And a lot of my friends, a lot of the people I talk to and engage with on a daily basis are around 20 to 28 years old. And I'm telling you right now, majority of them that are dating say it is a nightmare because we are throwaway. This generation is the throwaway generation. Something isn't working. Instead of working to make it work, you throw it away and you find something new. Your relationship, and it's kind of rocky. Well, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Throw that relationship away, jump on another one. I feel so bad for that generation. Like, it is really sad. Like, it is really sad because traditional values are pretty much, they're not completely dead. There still are people, there still are guys and girls that are 17 to 28 years old that still have traditional values, but they are far and few between. It's like finding a rare fish among billions of just regular standard fish. And, you know, sadly, it's kind of leaking into my generation and generations above. You know, it's seriously leaking in because the world's pushing it. The world doesn't want you to lean in. The world doesn't want her to lean in. They don't want you to have a tent. When there's chaos, when there's depression, when there is divorce, the world makes more money. The world makes and benefits from people being depressed and turning to medications and turning to bad things. Satan wins because guess what? You know what Satan does? I'm going to tell you right now what Satan does to men in relationships. When things are rocky and men feel unwanted and this, men will turn to bad stuff. If it's alcohol, if it's drugs, if it's pornography, whatever it is, men will lean to the world and turn to that stuff because they just want to feel like something matters to them. And a lot of times, this is what the world pushes. Because think about it right now. Do you know the US government could ban all pornographic websites? The US government could do so much when it comes to alcohol. The US government could do so much more when it comes to drugs. Why are they not doing everything to the full force of their abilities? Come on. Who's running the show? As the Bible says, the devil is like a roaring lion, walketh about the earth, looking for who he may devour. It's obviously God allows it, and that's a whole nother subject because, you take away humans' free choices, then what are we? If we can't make these choices, if we can't decide for ourselves, how we're gonna live, like if we're gonna do right or if we're gonna do evil, then all God would have done is created robots, and God could have simply just created robots if he wanted robots. We have a free will and free choice for a reason. But I'm telling you guys right now, if husbands and wives would get their act together and lean in and create a tent and protect their home, it would be game over for the outside world messing with them. As the Bible says to parents, raise your children in the way that they should go. A lot of parents don't understand this and get this so confused. Raise your children in the way that they should go. When they get married, they leave their father and mother and two become one. It's like a pastor had said, you are not joining the family technically. When you marry someone, you're not joining the family. You're creating your own family, a part of a bigger family. You're not really joining the family, you're creating
total distance 1 mile.
So two become one, a new family. Now you have this family dynamic. And here's the problem. When this new family is taught by the world says, tell everybody your problems, tell the whole world your problems so everybody knows what's going on. Instead of fixing your problems, instead of leaning in, the whole world says, tell everyone your problems. If you're fighting, maybe try and work it out for a little bit. If if it just doesn't work out, you guys just can't work it out, just get a divorce. There's plenty of other people. Well, who benefits from divorces? Well, no Christian benefits from a divorce at all. Divorce lawyers sure benefit. The world sure benefits because now you're going and you're trying to create another family and it's a nightmare and it's a mess. And divorce is a whole other subject that we could talk about because I've been there and I've done that. And I can tell you right now, so many things happen that are out of our control that lead to those areas. And it's a touchy subject, and it's a subject that, sometimes and some things we just can't control. No matter what we do, no matter how we try and follow Christ, some things happen, and it is the way it is. And I hate that term now. The older I get, it is what it is. I hate that term, But sometimes, you know, especially if you're in an abusive relationship, you know, if, you know, there's tons of different things, and so we're not going into that. But what we are going into is if husbands and wives could lean in instead of leaning towards the world. Because the world is a trash bin on fire. If you've ever heard the term dumpster fire, that's what the world is right now. The world is a dumpster fire. And what that means, if you don't know what a dumpster fire is, oftentimes when a fire starts in a dumpster, it gets really hot and it burns really hot and causes chaos. If you want to have a fun experiment, if you have a farm or you have land, buy a dumpster, fill it full with trash, all kinds of trash, wood, cardboard, whatever, tons of stuff, and then light it on fire sometime. Make sure you're really far away and it's far away from a house or anything, but light it on fire sometime. You'll understand what a dumpster fire really is. It's a mess. And not only that, the black smoke, the smell, it's a mess. That's what the world is right now. The world is a dumpster fire for marriages, for finances, for health and fitness. It's a dumpster fire. We are at, and every generation says this because at every generation we are at these points. We are at a pivotal point where marriages really, they don't matter. They really don't mean much anymore. Health and fitness doesn't really mean much because they keep coming out with new drugs and weight loss drugs. So eat what you want, take a drug, take a pill. It'll help boost your metabolism or whatever. You know, we're at a point with finances. Get another credit card. You know, I listened to Dave Ramsey and a guy said he had 19 credit cards. 19 credit cards! Blows my mind. But that's where we're at. Can't pay your bills. Still go get your Starbucks. Go get another credit card. Can't pay your bills. That's okay. Don't try and better your life by saving and earning more income. Just keep doing the same thing. Go get a car lease. Your $5,000 car breaks down. It's okay. Go lease a brand new 2025, 2024 car. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the payments. You got this. This world is a dumpster fire. And the information, the problem is, there's so much information, and if people really wanted to change their lives, it's all out there. The information is everywhere. But guess what? You guys don't have to go far. Because if you're already on this account, you're going to learn stuff over the years from me and my mom from different perspectives. And you're going to learn things that you probably never knew before. Because I love it. I am opposite of my mom on a lot of things. I am a data-driven person. I love the background stuff. I love the data, the analytics. I love that stuff. So I love the backside of the economy. I love all that stuff on all different levels. My mom loves, you know, her stuff and on her level. And what's great about this account is you're going to get the best of both worlds. Now, some people like me, some people don't like me, some people are unsure, most people like my mom, some people don't like her, they just watch to see what information they can get to troll. But what I have to say for you guys is, you don't have to love somebody to learn from somebody. You know, you don't have to like somebody to learn from somebody. There's a lot of business people that I've learned a lot of information from, like really helpful stuff in business. But would I ever want to be their personal friend? Absolutely not. Some of these people are horrible people. You know, some of these millionaires and billionaires are horrible people. What they stand for is horrible, but their business knowledge in areas is really helpful. Now, let's say to myself, what if I decide, well, I don't like this person because of this, so I'm not even going to listen to anything they have to say. You are robbing yourself of knowledge that can actually help your life. You don't have to like somebody. You don't have to always agree with somebody. You just have to listen and take from somebody what can help you build your life, what can help you grow, what can help you achieve your dreams and goals. You don't have to adopt their moral values. You don't have to become just like them. So I'm here to say, on Scott and Tessie Unfiltered, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get that, especially, it's what you're going to get. And, we're all on this journey together. We're all on this relationship journey together, financial journey together, and health and fitness journey together. So we're all just trying to make it. We're all just trying to survive, my friends. So with that being said, I leave you with what we started with. Lean in, get your spouse. I know it's hard, because even if you want to fully 100% lean in, I know it's hard. But leaning in, even if you're leaning in alone, you're at least falling inward. If you lean outward, you fall out to the world, and there is no hope. I'm telling you, there is no hope. If you're leaning out to the world with all your problems, there is absolutely no hope for you. But if you always lean in, get information, seek information from the world, like take in knowledge, take in wisdom, seek knowledge, seek the wisdom, but apply it inward in your relationships, in your health, and in your finances. I wish, after going through some crazy things recently, sometimes I wish God would just come back and, change everything. But also, what is life? What is this human life that we're living? Is it not? Is this life not about the experiences, good or bad? Is this life not about living, learning, growing, crying, screaming, yelling, bleeding, being hurt, feeling joy, the pursuit of happiness, finding happiness, losing happiness, the joy in the moments, the short term, the long term, the short-term emotions, the long-term emotions, understanding our emotions, understanding who we are, understanding who people are, changing, growing, evolving. This is all life is about. We are human. We have so much potential, and a lot of humans lack so much potential. Not because they don't actually have it inside them, it's just, they don't understand that. So, I leave you with this, my friends. Lean in. Maybe if your spouse will not lean in, if your spouse absolutely will not change, will not even consider leaning in, all I can say is get information from the world and you lean in, and maybe one day they'll lean in as well.